Hi there, it is Monday, May 20th, and I'm out here today to put some fertilizer onto my vegetable plants or the soil around the plants. And for many years I've used, it's a brand called Milorganite just because it's all organic and it's slow release. It doesn't burn the soil or the plants. And I think I just got it at Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that. But the reason that I'm using that, or what kind of brought that onto my radar, was one of my very favorite public figures, that's gardening public figures. Joe Lampel has been a proponent of that for a long time. So I really love his podcast and his TV show. I'll put links to those below. No sponsorship. I'm not affiliated at all, although how nice would that be? I just have loved everything about this fertilizer, so I've been using it ever since then. Probably maybe 4 or 5 years now, and that's the only, other than the compost that I generate here on our property, that's the only fertilizer that I put on my plants. No, I take that back. I have done Dr. Earth's fruit tree fertilizer, and I do that occasionally too for my fruit trees. Speaking of which, I am going to take you down to the other end of the property here in a minute and show you my fruit trees. There's not a lot to see, but there is some progress, so I'm going to share that with you. Right now I'm going to get on to fertilizing these veggie plants, though. I'll catch up with you. So I ended up getting caught up in planting more seedlings. I'll show you what I've done, and then we'll go take a look at those fruit trees. So I have 7 large, I think these are 20-gallon size grow bags here at the front of the garden. I really hadn't earmarked them for much of anything and had a few flowers growing in them right now. This is my first zinnia of the year. I started a few zinnias from seed indoor this year, which I had never done, just to see if it gave me any head start. I don't really feel like it gave me a whole lot of advantage. Here are the other 2. There's one, they're not doing so well, but I'm hoping that they can come back. But I ended up adding in a bunch of stuff in these bags. Flowers, Nicotiana is the one that comes to mind. I added in a bunch of herbs, some celery, we got fennel, different types of basil. This is a ground cherry right here. Those are fun to grow. If you've never grown those before, give them a try. And a couple different types of basil. So I ended up, getting a lot planted that I kind of hadn't been planning on, but I'm glad that I got it done. We're having a hot one here today. It's up to 86 already. I think the high is predicted to be 87, which, that's kind of common here for July and August, not for May. So it'll be interesting to see what this summer brings. I do reuse all these little seed cell packs. Just give them a good cleaning. Just hot water, maybe some dish soap. Once in a great while, I'll sanitize all my seed starting stuff, supplies. Not every year, certainly, and usually no more than once every 3 or 4 years, unless there's a need to. Like I've noticed some problems or something like that, and it's warranted. So let's walk down and take a look at these trees. They're doing better than my first attempt at planting apple trees. That was a long time ago. I did a video on it. I'll link it above if you're interested. Those ones did not make it, but the ones that I have now are doing good. And before we get down there, these are all the seedlings that I have left. Some of these will still go in the ground. These are a bunch of columbine perennials that I want to find a place for. Still a whole tray of tomatoes and another one of peppers. I don't think those will find a home this year, and that's okay. It happens. So while we're walking, let's chat. And I hope this gravel's not too loud and crunchy underfoot for you guys. The thing that we have here on our property is a lot of cedar trees and junipers. So apple trees are susceptible to what's called cedar apple rust. And my trees, the first grouping that I planted, did end up getting that. And they didn't make it. I don't know if it was because of that, or they just didn't like the location, or if it was lack of proper care on my part. So I did a lot of looking into it, and there are some trees that have resistance, that show at least some resistance to the cedar rust. So I thought, well, I didn't know that before, so that's new information that's very helpful. So these 3 new varieties I got are known to have at least some resistance to the rust. So I have 4 apple trees here, and they're still probably years off from producing apples. 3 of them I put in 2022, I believe. One of which is this one here, which is my best one so far. It's a Wolf River. And this one over here is a Liberty. And it's doing pretty good too. And I think that I got these from Stark Brothers. No, Rain Tree Nursery. I don't know if they all came from there. I think I had to buy a replacement for one of them, and it all kind of runs together when you've tried this many times to grow apple trees. And this one is called Empire. I got this one also from Rain Tree, and I didn't think that this one was going to make it. It's finally starting to put out some greenery. The reason why, before I figured out this system or saw or learned of this system for protecting them with the stakes and then the netting wrapped around, the deer, oh, they love these, and they did a lot of damage. So I'm just lucky that these ones are still making it. And so far this year, so far so good with this kind of setup here. So because I didn't think that Empire was going to make it, I went ahead and ordered another one. And I got this one from Stark Brothers. So I just put this one in a couple weeks ago. And it just looks like a stick right now. I was worried that it wasn't putting out any buds, but it is. I don't know if you guys, if I'm pointing the camera in the right area here, but it's starting to put out some buds. So yeah, I have really good hopes. So now I have 2 Empires. So in addition to making sure that these varieties have resistance to cedar rust, I had to make sure that they all will cross-pollinate each other. So it was a lot of research and figuring out which are the best apple trees for our situation here. But I have hopes that these ones are going to be the ones. We'll see. Of course, I will keep you guys posted. I also have a nectarine tree that's doing okay. I put that in 2017, and it started producing fruit a few years ago, but not much, and they were tiny, and the wildlife got to them before I had a chance to, and they really didn't get big enough to eat, I guess. Or this year it's looking really good, and I need to get some netting over this. I'm going to show you that now. Let's walk over there. So this is it right here, and it was probably 3 or 4 feet tall when I put it in and got it in 2017, and now I'm guessing if it were standing up straight, which that's another issue we're having with this, it would probably be about 8 or 9 feet tall, and it's getting fruit, a lot of fruit. And I'm worried now that the critters are going to get to it. So I'm going to put some of that, it's like white shade cloth, like that fine gauzy kind of netting over it, and see if that will help save the fruit. So that is probably all I'm going to do out here today. I'm really feeling the heat now, And these are the days I wish we had a pool. I would just jump right in the pool, I think. Just cool off a little bit. I hope that your week's off to a great start, but you won't be seeing this video for probably a week from today. This is Monday, May 20th. I'll be out here throughout the week keeping you guys updated on what's going on, and you'll see this video in a week. So till the next segment. Hey there, it's Sunday, May 26th, and I haven't done too much else out in the garden this week. We're getting rain, big surprise there. I'm going to give you guys a little peek of it. It just opened up, like the skies just opened up. So if I want to get this posted tomorrow morning, Monday, I don't think I'll have much else to show you guys. So we'll just call this one a short one, and I'll catch up with you next weekend. Bye.